Every person in the world has a story. And sometimes even buildings have stories, if we have the patience to listen. So recently I was in Krakow, in a synagogue, and it's called the Isaac Synagogue. That was intriguing to me. Why would you call the synagogue the Isaac Synagogue? The rabbi told me a fascinating story about who was the donor behind the synagogue. There was an impoverished Jew. His name was Isaac ben Yekel. He lived in Krakow throughout all of his life. One night he has this incredible dream that in Prague, under a bridge, maybe the Charlie Bridge, on the way to the palace, there is hidden beneath there a rich treasure. And if he will only uncover that treasure, he will become wealthy for the rest of his days. Well, having nothing to lose, he travels out to Prague, he brings a shovel, and as soon as he arrives there, he starts to dig and dig and dig fiercely under this bridge. Sure enough, the guard who's watching the bridge turns to him and he says to him, "Young man, are you crazy? What are you doing?" Isaac says, "Well, I have to tell you, I had this amazing dream and there's a treasure. Please don't disturb me. I'm in the midst of my work." The man turns to Isaac and he says, "Sir, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you come from. But if I would be so absurd to listen to every dream that I had, I would probably be traveling right now to Krakow, because just a few nights ago I had a dream that there's a man named Isaac ben Yekel. And I heard that under the stove in this man's house, there is this rich treasure. And I would become wealthy if I found it. But thank God, I'm not nuts. I'm not crazy." Isaac hears this and he literally faints. The man mentioned his name, hurriedly gets onto his horse and wagon, rushes back to his home, and before he can even say hello to his wife, starts digging and digging under the stove, and lo and behold, he uncovers a tremendous treasure. He gives most of that wealth to build this beautiful synagogue, the only synagogue that's fully in use, day by day, in Krakow. And the rabbi in the synagogue always finishes the story and says like this: throughout our lives, we're always searching. We're yearning for something deeper, for something more meaningful, some treasure, something that will nourish me. I don't know, something that will give me the oomph in my life, the juice that I'm looking for. And so often we travel and we look outside of ourselves, perhaps in some remote country, perhaps in some remote meditation center. There I'm going to find the source of my joy. And the deepest treasures that we have personally, individually, and as a people lie right beneath our own hearts, right inside of our souls. The joy of Shabbos, the power of a Jewish community, the tranquility of Jewish prayer, the music of studying Torah is really the treasure chest that has given us the gifts. So my dear friends, as we search outside and we look around the world and we travel the globe, don't forget that truly the most regal treasures exist right within the accessibility of your soul and your heart. Shabbat Shalom.